Hello, welcome. This is Blockchain Bloom, the blockchain educator. I'm Attila Pinke, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about that the Biden has frozen FinCEN'S proposed crypto wallet regulations. So now it's not continuing; it's frozen for a while, and then we'll see in which way they're going with this. The second news is about that someone has found Bitcoin double spending. And is it actually a double spending? Let's discuss that, okay? And the third news is all about that 83% of cryptocurrencies that peaked in 2018 are still down 90%. So a big percentage of that. All this in today's video, and of course we're going to talk about the Bitcoin price because it's now dropping at the present. Don't forget, if you would like to get daily cryptocurrency news from Monday to Friday every day, then you should subscribe to this YouTube channel. Click on the subscribe button, the bell button, and then all. And then you will receive these videos as soon as I put them on YouTube every weekday. Plus, you should really hit the like button so YouTube knows that you like crypto content, okay? Don't forget to check out the links under the video. We have a totally free course, for example, how to start to invest in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. The link is under the video, and so many other useful things as well. And now let's check out the market, how it looks like. So as we can see, Bitcoin is dropping. In the last 24 hours, it went down 60%. And it's right now at $32,864 which is actually a week 15% minus. When we're looking at Ethereum, it's also going down, roughly speaking 5%. It's at the present $1,258. And yes, we can see now a bit bearish moves. When we're looking at the gainers, no big gainers. We have ICON 8% up, CurveDAO 6%, Header Hash Graph 6%, but not really big gainers, rather losers today. Ocean Protocol minus 16, the leader in the top 100, Ampliford minus 15%, Voyager token minus 14, and many of them, as you can see, double digits. And therefore, it's worth to talk about Bitcoin because, if you're looking at the Bitcoin chart, you could see this shape and, Bitcoin had to make a move in some direction. And actually, it moved now downwards. And looking at this, it actually, let's check out the present price, what is showing. So right now it's 32,000. Okay, that's okay. But actually, here you could see it was at 33. And it broke that line and it's going down. And when it's going down, it is a bearish signal. So we'll see how it will goes. But right now, there is the possibility that maybe for the next couple of weeks, Bitcoin can go sideways or actually being bearish till, for example, beginning of February or something like that. These are predictions, okay? So nothing is granted. We're just checking always the present moves, and you could see that Bitcoin was going sideways like this, and it had to make a move. And, in the past, it sometimes moved upward because it was like a bullish trend. Now it made this move downward, so now it looks a bit bearish, and therefore we can see a price drop. We can call it a Black Friday in a way that we're going in a direction where you can actually accumulate maybe more cryptocurrencies. And we will see. But keep an eye on it. Depends what's your strategy. If you are a long-term hodler, then probably you don't have to do anything because it will come back. 2021 looks promising right now for cryptocurrencies. So obvious for Bitcoin and many, many altcoins. But what we could see in the next couple of days, next couple of weeks, it's possible to might have a bear trend for Bitcoin. Okay, and now let's move on to the first news, which is all about that Biden has frozen FinCEN'S proposed crypto wallet regulations. As you know, President Biden has started his work on the 20th of January. And, he had to do a lot of things. And there were many criticisms about these kind of regulation, what FinCEN has proposed about self-hosted crypto wallets. Therefore, Biden's first move was to freeze this whole kind of thing. Okay, so right now, not move. He has so many important things to do. He won't double check things as he's now in the office. He's in charge. So he acted in this way. So one of the first actions President Joe Biden has taken on his first day in office is to freeze federal regulatory process, including controversial self-hosted crypto wallet regulations proposed by former Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin. Of course, now a new person is in charge. They would like to change things. The self-hosted wallet proposal was made by FinCEN on the 18th of December under former U.S. Treasury Secretary Mnuchin. If passed, it would require the banks and money service businesses submit reports, keep records, and verify the identity of customers who make transactions to and from private cryptocurrency wallets. And critics also stated that it would be technically impossible for many projects to comply because smart contracts do not contain name or address information. So it would cause a lot of difficulties. And now things has to settle a little bit. President Biden is the new president of the United States. And of course, now they have to double check everything, which way it's going. So now this is frozen. This is actually for a while a good thing because it's no pressure from this side at the moment. And let's move on to the second news, which is about a Bitcoin double spending spotted. But is it actually really a double spending? That's the question. So Satoshi Nakamoto, back in 2008, in the white paper, came up with the solution, Bitcoin, which actually protects the whole thing from double spending. And now there's an article in Cointelegraph that the Bitcoin double spend spotted in the wild. That's the title. And it's an interesting thing. Here you can see it. It posted by BitMEX Research. But the question is it actually a really double spending? And I tell you the opinion, what I think, and then you decide it for yourself. So first what happened is that the user sent the first transaction, call it T1, then sent a new transaction, call it T2, okay? Are you with me so far? Yeah. So, and the T2 would replace basically T1. So the second transaction would replace the first transaction. But it were in two blocks. These two transactions were founded. There is B1, which is block 1, and there is B2, which is block 2. So B1 included the first transaction, and block 2 included the second transaction. So in the end, B1, so block 1, ended up on the winning chain. Because what's happening, when about in the same time, two blocks are formed, then the next block will be built, on which block the next block will be built will be actually the real blockchain, because it could be just one blockchain. It cannot fork in this way. There are, of course, soft fork, hard forks, but we're talking now about a different issue now. So we have a fork, and then we have a new block, and it's put in this one on the first block, so not on B2, but on B1. And therefore, this will be the real blockchain. It will continue because the miners will see it and will build on this one. And the other one will die off, the transactions going back to the pool, and then it will be repicked and continue in that direction. So in this case, it's a question, is it really double spending? Because that's the whole point with the confirmation. First confirmation is when the transaction is included in the block, and the second confirmation is when a block is built on it, and so on and so forth. And they saying that you have to have 6 confirmations, so the one and plus another 5 blocks, to make sure that this Bitcoin transaction is the one which you cannot turn back. Okay, and this is how the system works. So is it actually a double spending? Yeah, it's a good question. In this explanation that I told you, it's actually not. It hasn't really happened. Simply, there were these 2 transactions, 2 separated blocks. One block died, the other continues. So one transaction is the one which is alive. Okay. So, because you will see these news on social media and so on and so forth, because a biggie for Bitcoin if there is a double spending, but maybe it's not. But that's what I think. Okay, and now let's move on to the third news, which is all about that 83% of cryptocurrencies that peaked back in 2018, from those 90%, 80% still down. They are still down 90%. So 83% of those, I hope you get it, which peaked there, they are down 90%. Okay, so that's going to be the third news. So here we go. 83% of cryptocurrencies that peaked in 2018 are still down by 90%. And this is a very interesting message. So data compiled by Messari indicates that the 157 crypto assets that posted record highs in 2018 are still bumbling along at price more than 90% down from their all-time highs. And here you have the list. You can check it, this one on Twitter. And, the capital that once flowed into the Ghost Chain Layer 1 blockchains that dominated the sector back in 2017 and 18 is now being redirected towards the nascent DeFi sector. So since also it's very important, but it goes for 83% of those projects, because there we have great projects which actually doing very, very well. For example, since finding local lows during the Black Thursday, that was the one which happened back in March when this whole pandemic thing started in 2020, Cardano has increased 1,700%, Zilliqa 2,670%, and we have here Decred increased 14,130% from their respective price floors, which means they actually really coming up. And if you just think about it, first of which is the most important thing, whatever trend you have and whichever bull market you are, it's not a guarantee that those tokens, those coins actually will continue in the next bull run, because some of these hypes die off and there will be new hypes. Therefore, it's very important that you always take profit if you invest in alts, because not so many alts, if you're looking at the full picture, going to survive in a long term. There will be nice projects, as you can see, for example, Cardano doing right now very well, and it was doing also very well back in 2018. But as you can see, 83% of those projects, they reach their all-time high. They are more than 90% down still, and we having a kind of old season which is broken today. But what we could see recently in the last couple of weeks, everything was kind of bullish, and which can continue. But right now it's a little chill on the market. So very important. Why your altcoins in the present bull market going up, take profits, because it could happen to many alts that they might not coming back, or they might come back, but several of them will die for sure because it's just not working. Now the new hype is DeFi, but we will see in a couple of years which are the true DeFi projects they actually survive and continue, and which one are the ones which actually just simply die, and those will never return to their all-time highs. Okay, so that's the kind of wisdom I wanted to share with you. Thanks a lot for watching, and don't forget, if you would like to get these kind of daily cryptocurrency and blockchain news, the only thing you have to do is subscribe to this YouTube channel, Blockchain Bloom, and then also hit the notification bell and then all, so you get these videos as soon as they are out. They are on YouTube, and it's important to smash the like button as well, so YouTube knows that you like crypto content, because otherwise you won't get these videos. Guys, don't forget, educate yourself. A lot of useful things, a free course and so on and so forth under this video. Check it out, and I'm coming back tomorrow with the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news. Have a good one. Bye-bye.